Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome to the BidAsk YouTube channel. This is your host Sonali signing in. Last couple of days we've been seeing two-way moves in both dollar rupee as well as in the crosses space. Maximum movement has actually happened in the crosses space this week. Particularly, we've seen rupee being fairly rangy, on the lower side being 67, 80 to 67 being held, and on the upside about 80 to 87. So the whole week so far we've seen a 20 paisa band kind of playing out on the pair. And one of the main reasons why it seems to be so tightly ranged is we have both side flows going through the market. While on one side the up move in dollar index and the weakness in yuan to almost 710 almost yesterday night in the New York trading session, that's putting pressure on the rupee from one side. But on the other side, we have corporate inflows coming through, as we have seen in the equity space also. The whole month has seen about close to little over $2 billion of equity flows. So with both supply and demand kind of coming together is giving a very rangy move to the dollar rupee pair. The big movers have been the crosses, which is the euro and the GBP and the rest of the crosses space. Dollar index from the lows of 101.10 or 101.20 odd levels has seen a rise of 100 up to a move of 104.30 that we saw yesterday in the New York trading session. The main reason behind this 3% up move has been the whole uncertainty around the debt ceiling. Now, almost on a daily basis, we have some or the other politician from the US team kind of giving and hinting to the market the deal is going through or the deal is not going through, because honestly speaking, there is no denying the fact that the deal will go through, but they will kind of stretch it to the last end because it's one theme on which there is extreme volatility and which allows certain players to kind of take positions on both sides of the spectrum. So till I think 1st June, which is the likelihood of a deal getting through is about Monday most likely, and if not Monday, then maybe the first half of Tuesday, because it needs 72 hours before the House can actually pass it, and the deadline for the same is 1st June, which is Thursday. So we're moving on a tight timeline here. The statement which came yesterday night has been bordering on the positive tilt. It seems that there is some agreement which the teams have been able to arrive at, and possibly my sense is Monday post the US hours we should hear an announcement of the deal. The next piece which is kept dollar index on the bidish side has been the recent spate of data which has been coming from US, and the fact that the Fed has announced that whether they will go in for the next leg of rate hikes is completely dependent on the data. So the recent data which has been coming out has kind of been supportive of the June rate hike, and the odds have tilted in favor of US going in for another rate hike in June and possibly another one in July. Today we have the core PCE data, which is an important indicator which the Fed gauges to view how the inflation is panning out in the system. And today's data will kind of give a much more clearer picture whether the Fed will go in for a June hike or not. In all probability, the data could be again signaling a much stronger level as compared to what Fed would like to see, thereby meaning that you could see another leg up on the dollar index, possibly towards 104.50, 104.60 odd levels. I think in this current run up, dollar index has the potential to rally to something like 104.80 odd levels, where I feel it kind of gets into an extremely overbought zone and perhaps could see some profit booking coming. If for some reason today's data is in line or lesser than the expectation, what the market is expecting to see on the cooling off on the PCE front, then perhaps a move down to 103.60 or 103.80 I won't rule out, because the up move in dollar index has been way too sharp. For the day, I think once again rupee seems to get stuck between 82.65 to kind of 82.85 odd levels, but it's a tighter band. I think a tighter band could be 67 to 77 for a start, and then we see how the day kind of progresses. What one like to do, I still continue to stay short on the dollar rupee pair, and will look to buy the dip anything below 70 one can get for very immediate term, maybe a Monday Tuesday kind of payments that one would have on the open side, and look to cover only very very short term for now. And if I want to go slightly more medium term, like perhaps anything beyond say a 2 week exposure, then maybe I would only look at doing plain call options. Yeah, I think that's it for the time being. If any big fireworks, you will hear back from me. Have a great day ahead. This is your host Sonali signing off. Thank you.